All right, anime fans, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive, and today we are all about release dates and theories.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, you and me both.
I know, I get so hyped when they start dropping those dates. It's like the countdown officially begins.
Right, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I can actually put this on my calendar now.
Exactly.
Let's jump right into it. Demon Slayer fans, get ready because the Infinity Castle movie finally has a release date.
Finally, yeah.
July 18th in Japan.
Mark your calendars, folks.
I know, seriously though. They announced it at this big core gathering event with voice actors and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they even did a live reading of the manga leading up to the final fight. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool, like being there in person.
I know, right? Talk about a cliffhanger. They stopped the reading just as the Hashiras are about to enter the Infinity Castle.
Ugh. The suspense.
So much suspense. And then, of course, the new visual drops and it's got everyone talking because all the Hashiras are there ready for battle. But Misawa's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Where is he? What's going on?
Right. It's like the biggest question.
Okay, so the theories are already running wild online.
Okay.
Some people think he's like strategically waiting, biding his time.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, like he's going to let everyone else wear themselves out and then swoop in at the last minute.
Ooh, sneaky.
Exactly. Or maybe he's become even more powerful somehow and he doesn't even need to be frankly present anymore.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
Right? Like he's ascended to some higher level of demonhood or something.
And there's that new demon they showed in the visual, too.
Yeah. Who is this new character? What are their powers?
So many questions.
That's going to be epic.
Oh, okay, before we go full conspiracy theory mode on Muzan, what about the international release? Because I know a lot of fans are wondering.
Right. Well, Sinister in Germany has it listed for September 25th.
Interesting.
Yeah, which honestly lines up with the typical release pattern. It usually takes a few months for dubbing and all that.
Makes sense.
So if you're not in Japan, you're probably looking at a fall release.
All right, so a little bit more waiting, but it's coming.
It's coming.
Okay, let's switch gears to Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, because we've got another date for you guys, January 2026.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and there's going to be a special talk show with the main voice cast coming up soon, so definitely keep an eye out for that.
Awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Oh, and the manga just hit 24 million copies in circulation.
Wow, that's huge.
That's a lot of people reading Frieren.
That's a lot of people. And speaking of exciting news, Studio Madhouse is returning for season 2.
Yes, this is a big deal.
They did such a fantastic job with the first season, so it's great to see that consistency.
And they're known for being really faithful to the source material, which is always a good sign.
For sure, especially for a story like Frieren, where the pacing and the atmosphere are so important.
Absolutely. And speaking of the source material, that new visual they released has me thinking.
Oh, yeah. What do you think is going on there?
Well, we see a lot of nature imagery, lots of lush forests and sparkling streams.
Yeah.
So where are they headed next? I mean, the title itself, Beyond Journey's End, kind of implies there's more to explore.
Right, like even after they reach their destination, the journey isn't really over.
Exactly. Maybe season 2 will delve deeper into Frieren's past, or maybe uncover some hidden truths about the world they inhabit.
Ooh, those are good theories.
Or maybe both.
Or both, you never know.
Okay, and now for something completely different. Let's talk One Piece, because the wait for Egghead Part 2 is almost over.
Almost.
April 2025, it's finally happening.
Can you believe it?
I know Netflix has confirmed the release, and we can probably expect Crunchyroll to stream it a week earlier like they usually do.
Yeah, that's the usual pattern.
Okay, so it has been a long 6 months since Part 1, that's for sure. Do you think that hiatus actually helped or hurt the hype?
That's a good question.
Because on the one hand, it gave everyone time to really process everything that happened in the first part.
Yeah, and come up with theories.
Right, but on the other hand, it's a long time to wait.
True, some fans might have lost momentum.
Yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But they have been re-airing the Fishman Island arc, which is interesting because it actually ties into the current storyline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in some pretty significant ways. But I don't want to spoil anything.
No spoilers.
And let's be real, One Piece is everywhere right now.
Oh, absolutely.
The card game is huge.
Yeah.
The mobile game keeps growing. And then there's the live-action adaptation everyone's talking about.
Yeah, it's become a phenomenon.
It really has. I mean, it's more than just an anime at this point. It's a whole cultural thing.
Exactly.
And the anime, even with all these other things going on, is still the heart of it all.
It's the foundation. It's the original story.
Right. It's what started it all.
And it's still going strong.
Okay, so back to Egghead Part 2. What are you most excited to see?
Oh, gosh. I mean, where do I even begin?
So many possibilities.
We've got some major confrontations coming up. I have a feeling we're going to see some epic battles.
Oh, for sure.
And I think we're finally going to get some answers about Dr. Vegapunk.
Oh, yeah. That's been a long time coming.
So many mysteries surrounding that character.
I know. I can't wait to see what they reveal.
And then there's the whole ancient weapons situation.
Right.
I have a feeling Egghead is going to play a key role in the final saga, and those weapons are probably going to be at the center of it all.
It's all connected.
It always is with One Piece.
Okay, before we get too deep into the weeds here, there's one more thing I want to talk about.
Okay, what's that?
The WIT Studio remake.
Oh, yes.
The project that has everyone buzzing.
WIT Studio, known for their incredible work on Attack on Titan tackling One Piece. It's a dream come true for a lot of fans.
It really is. I mean, they're known for their dynamic animation, those amazing action sequences.
Oh, yeah, their fight scenes are legendary.
I know, right? Imagine the East Blue Saga reimagined with their style.
That would be amazing.
I know, right? Luffy's first encounters with Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, all those iconic moments.
It would be like seeing them for the first time all over again.
And they're not just about the action either. They can really bring the emotional weight too.
Right. They know how to make you care about the characters.
Exactly. And with One Piece being such a long-running series, there's so much material for them to work with.
It's an exciting prospect.
It is, but details are still pretty scarce right now.
Yeah, we know it's in development, but no confirmed release date or anything like that.
Typical. They like to keep us in suspense.
They do.
But hey, at least it gives us something to speculate about.
Oh, definitely. Will they stick closely to the manga? Will they take some creative liberties?
Will they introduce new characters?
Yeah.
Storylines? The possibilities are endless.
It's going to be interesting to see what direction they take.
For sure. But honestly, as long as they capture the heart and soul of One Piece, I'll be happy.
Yeah, the adventure, the humor, the camaraderie, that's what makes it special.
Exactly.
And I have faith that WIT Studio understands that.
Me too. Okay. Stepping back for a moment, I've been noticing a trend here.
Oh, a trend. What is it?
Well, we've talked about these individual series, but I think there's something bigger going on.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
It's like these long-running anime series are evolving beyond just TV and film.
You're talking about the multi-platform thing?
Yes, exactly.
It's not just about watching the anime anymore. It's about immersing yourself in the world through games, stage plays, merchandise events, you name it.
Right. It's like these stories are breaking free from their traditional confines.
It's like they're taking over the world.
In a good way.
In a good way, of course. And it's not just about profit, although that's certainly a factor.
Right.
It's about creating a deeper, more engaging experience for fans.
Yeah, it's about fostering a sense of community and shared passion.
And it's working.
It really is.
Just look at the success of the Demon Slayer movie, the One Piece card game, the Frieren stage play.
Yeah, it's like we're entering a new era of storytelling, where the boundaries between different mediums are blurring.
It's an exciting time to be an anime fan.
It really is.
So many possibilities for creativity and innovation.
Oh, right. I'm geeking out over here.
Me too.
That's why I love doing these deep dives with you.
Likewise.
Okay, let's bring this part of the deep dive to a close with a final thought for our listeners to ponder.
Okay, hit me with it.
Given the success of these long-running series and their expansion into multiple platforms, are we witnessing the emergence of a new golden age of anime storytelling?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while.
Me too. But for now, we have to take a short break. Thank you all for joining us on this wild ride through the latest anime news so far.
We'll be back soon to continue our deep dive, so stay tuned.
And don't forget to share your thoughts and theories with us online. We love hearing from you guys.
Absolutely. Let's keep the conversation going. Welcome back to the deep dive, folks.
And we are diving right back into that question you left us with. Are we in a new golden age of anime storytelling?
I think it's a real possibility when you look at the sheer amount of content we're getting.
Yeah, it's not just quantity, though. It's the quality and diversity, too.
Right, exactly. We've got everything from high-octane action, like in Demon Slayer, to heartwarming adventures like Frieren, to this massive world building in One Piece.
And they're all finding their own unique ways to connect with fans.
And let's not forget the visuals.
Oh, the animation is just incredible these days.
Yeah, like Ufutable's work on Demon Slayer is just breathtaking.
That fight scene with the love of Shira and the Swordsmith Village arc. Oh, man.
Pure eye candy.
And then you have a series like Frieren, which is more about capturing those quiet moments.
Yeah, it's not about flashy effects. It's about creating a mood, an atmosphere.
Right, the way they use color and lighting to evoke emotion, it's masterful.
And the music, too. That opening theme, Yusha by Yusobi.
Still stuck in my head.
Such a good song.
And it perfectly captures the spirit of the show, you know?
Definitely. Speaking of capturing the spirit studio, Madhouse is back for Frieren Season 2.
Oh yeah, big news.
They have a real knack for adapting source material faithfully.
They understand the soul of a story.
Exactly. And they've got such an impressive track record.
They really do. Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man.
And they don't shy away from those darker, more complex themes either.
Right. They're not afraid to explore the depths of their characters.
Okay, but before we go too far down memory lane, let's get back to Demon Slayer and Muzan's mysterious absence.
Oh yeah, that's still bugging me.
It's a deliberate choice, for sure, and it's fueling so many theories.
Like, is it misdirection to make us think he's gone?
Could be, or maybe he's become so powerful he doesn't need to be physically present.
It's kind of a scary thought, actually.
You know, right? Like he's become this abstract force of evil.
And then there's that new demon they showed in the visual.
Right. Who is this new character? What role do they play?
Were they an ally to Muzan, or do they have their own agenda?
So many questions.
And that's what keeps us coming back for more, right? The mystery, the intrigue.
It's all part of the fun.
Okay, speaking of speculation, let's talk about that WIT Studio One Piece remake.
The project that has everyone buzzing.
It's still early days, but I'm already getting excited.
WIT Studio is known for their dynamic animation and those incredible action sequences.
Attack on Titan was a masterpiece.
Imagine what they could do with the world of One Piece.
The East Blue Saga reimagined with their style. Oh, man.
Luffy's first encounters with Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, all those iconic moments.
It would be epic.
And they wouldn't skimp on the emotional moments either.
Right. They know how to make you feel for the characters.
One Piece is such a long-running series. There's so much for them to work with.
It's going to be amazing, but we still don't know much about it.
No confirmed release date or anything yet?
Typical. They like to keep us guessing.
Will they stay true to the manga? Will they take creative liberties?
Who knows? I just hope they capture that One Piece magic, you know?
The adventure, the humor, the friendships.
Exactly. I think YT Studio is up to the challenge.
I hope so.
Speaking of challenges, the Straw Hats are facing some pretty big ones right now in Egghead Part 2.
Oh yeah, things are about to get real.
We're finally getting some answers about Dr. Vegapunk.
Which is great, but I have a feeling it's just going to lead to more questions.
Poet.
And don't forget about those ancient weapons.
Oh, right. Those are a big deal.
I think Egghead is going to be crucial to the final saga.
It's all connected somehow.
It always is.
You know, when you mentioned Studio Madhouse earlier and their ability to handle darker themes,
Yeah, what about it?
it made me think about Frieren and how it deals with life, death, and the passage of time.
It's a really thought-provoking series.
It stays with you long after you've finished watching it.
It does. It's a meditation on the human experience, but wrapped in this beautiful fantasy adventure.
And even though it deals with sad things, it also celebrates those little moments of joy.
It's a beautiful balance.
It really is.
And the pacing is perfect. It's slow and deliberate, giving you time to absorb everything.
It's a nice contrast to those more action-heavy shows.
It's all about finding the right balance, and I think anime today offers something for everyone.
No matter what you're in the mood for, there's a show out there waiting to be discovered.
And with all these different platforms, there are more ways to experience those shows than ever before.
It's a great time to be an anime fan.
It really is.
Okay, let's wrap up this part of the deep dive with another question for our listeners.
All right.
We've talked about action-packed shows like Demon Slayer and One Piece, and more contemplative stories like Frieren. So what does this say about the evolving tastes of anime fans?
That's a good one. I think it shows that fans are looking for more than just one type of story.
Right, they want to be challenged, surprised, and moved.
And they're finding those stories across different genres and platforms.
It's a testament to the creativity of the anime industry.
It really is. It's an exciting time, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me neither. All right, we'll be back after a short break to wrap up our deep dive. Until then, keep watching and keep those theories coming. All right, and we are back for the final part of our anime deep dive. We've covered so much ground.
It's amazing how much there is to talk about.
It really is, and before the break we were discussing the evolving tastes of anime fans.
Yeah, how they're not just looking for one type of story anymore.
Right, and I think the success of Demon Slayer and Frieren really proves that point.
It does. You have this action-packed spectacle on one hand and this quiet contemplative series on the other.
And both are hugely popular.
Exactly. It shows that there's room for all kinds of storytelling in anime.
As long as you have compelling characters and a good narrative.
And those characters can be so diverse in anime.
Oh yeah, we've got demon slayers and mages and pirates and everything in between.
Each one bringing their own unique perspective to the story.
It's that variety that keeps things fresh.
and allows anime to explore so many different themes and genres.
Speaking of themes, I noticed that all three series we talked about today touched on the idea of legacy.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, in Demon Slayer, it's about carrying on the tradition of the Demon Slayer core, protecting humanity.
Right.
In Frieren, it's about the impact you have on the world even if you've lived for centuries.
Yet your actions still have consequences.
And in One Piece, it's about chasing your dreams and leaving your mark on history.
It's a common thread that runs through so many
It's
stories.
a universal theme,
Yeah.
the idea of wanting to leave something behind.
It's about finding your place in the world.
And anime gives us a way to explore those ideas in a really creative and engaging way.
Absolutely. It makes us think about those big questions while also entertaining us.
It's a powerful combination.
And I think that's what makes anime so special. It can transport us to other worlds, introduce us to new perspectives, make us feel things.
It's more than just entertainment.
It's an art form.
And with the expansion into other platforms, it's reaching even wider audiences.
Game stage, plays merchandise. It's a whole immersive experience.
It's about becoming a part of that world, connecting with other fans.
It's a community.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Well said. As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to thank you, our listeners, for joining us on this journey.
It's been a blast.
And remember, this is just the beginning. There's so much more anime out there to discover.
Keep exploring, keep watching, and keep those theories coming.
Until next time, happy watching, everyone.